Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown comes at a time when the franchise is at an all-time low. With a much maligned reveal of the Sands of Time remake resulting in a significant loss of trust with fans, it's no surprise that many weren't initially excited for a side-scrolling Metroidvania. Fortunately, it turns out that not only is this exactly the kind of game the series needed, but it will likely usher in an entirely new sect of fans eager to brush the dust off this nearly forgotten franchise. In Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, you play not as the prince we all know and love, but instead as Sargon. Your mission is to save the prince, who has been kidnapped by a once trusted ally. Fortunately, you've enlisted the help of a group of immortals who will guide you through the mysterious realm in which time and reality don't adhere to the rules. The game's story is surprisingly engaging, not least thanks to its captivating voice acting and plethora of twists and turns. Importantly, it maintains a steady pace, ensuring you're engaged at all times throughout its 20 to 25 hour runtime. Fortunately, The Lost Crown excels at mimicking the best games in the genre, offering a diverse, interconnected, semi-open world filled with interesting locations, secrets to uncover, and a delightful variety of enemies to defeat. It's peppered with slightly underbaked side quests that, while offering plenty of distraction, are all too often forgettable. Nevertheless, the backtracking inherent to the genre's formula feels remarkably enjoyable here, owing to the handy addition of fast travel, the steady unlock of time powers which grant you access to once inaccessible areas, and the fluidity of the platforming. Speaking of which, platforming in The Lost Crown is engrossing. Thanks to the fluid animations and perfectly balanced challenge, leaping and bounding across the various locales never gets old. While it is plenty challenging, especially in the late game, it never feels overwhelmingly difficult. It sits firmly in the sweet spot between the beginner-friendly and die-hard fans only, hoping to appease both spectrums of its audience. Of course, should you find yourself struggling with the game's platforming, or really any aspect of its gameplay, there is an impressive selection of options to make the game more accessible. From the platforming assist feature that removes a significant portion of the challenge, to the option to make combat easier. Combat revolves around precise movement, parrying and dodging attacks at just the right moment, as well as pulling off impressive combos. It's heightened by special abilities called Athra Surge powers, which undeniably add an impressive level of flair and weight. Crucially, however, boss fights are rich and dynamic, offering explosive encounters that require to use everything in your arsenal to take them down. It all feels incredibly natural, aided by the phenomenal animation work that ensures any mistakes made are your own. You'll never feel overly punished by it, as it marries the line between power fantasy and skill-based gameplay perfectly. It's perhaps surprising to many that Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown manages to balance its platforming, exploration, narrative and combat so successfully. But it's not perfect, featuring a smattering of minor glitches and those typical run-of-the-mill side quests so inherent to Ubisoft's vanilla design philosophy. Aside from these minor quibbles, The Lost Crown is truly remarkable, a great addition to any Metroidvania fan's library, and a perfect starting point for those looking to ingratiate themselves into the genre. The game creator is giving Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown an 8 out of 10. Make sure to like and subscribe for more reviews just like this one.